10 million or 15 million. But these 20 million mobile connections that you have, if you calculate 5 persons using one connection, it comes to about 100 million. So in all, about 120 million people in this country having access to the net. When this access becomes larger, and of course, one can discuss it on and on, but there are lots of other things which are happening because of which the access to net is becoming larger. The thing is that social media, Facebook, Twitter, and MySpace and all, MySpace alone is equal to a country which would be 5th largest in the world. So this is the way these social media platforms have become large. And they are making a difference. You all are aware about the Occupy Wall Street movement which took off in a matter of 24 hours and went across from Australia to Seattle and became a force to reckon with by the administration. So administration across the globe. So while we are trying to change the processes, and I am making everybody aware in the government that the social media has to be contended with, and for which there is citizen engagement framework, which we are in the process of discussing. In fact, today, because I am here, I am not in Delhi, where Kapil Sibal is hosting a state consultation, countrywide consultation with states on evolving a citizen engagement framework, which is becoming a very strong need, where we must lay down how citizens would engage with the governments through this social media. But the issue is, if we don't set up this framework, the social media is going to take over the issues in a manner which may not be streamlined or channelized to a direction where it becomes a positive, constructive movement for the country. And therefore, this is very important that each state has its own citizen framework engagement, gets all those citizens who are active, live, and live to this issue on board, so in that context, my suggestion to the government of India is that we create interest groups. We create interest groups within the society. Say, okay, who's interested in what? Somebody may be interested in Ahmedabad's heritage. Somebody could be interested in not having litter on the streets. Somebody may be interested in sterilizing the dogs. Somebody may be interested in keeping the road signs better. Each of this could be an interest group. We should engage people on board on social media. So this is, anyway, I'll leave this point here because it was just a pointer to what all are the factors which are having a bearing on the decision making of the government. So the procedures of British being whatever those are, we have no option but to change those. We have to be responsive to the people for the services that we deliver. We have to also be responsive to the people who are interested in the business of governance. My take is that it's not longer than 20 years that a good part of government's decision making would go to these interest groups, and should go to these interest groups. And a good part of governance can be carried out, as a matter of fact, by these interest groups, and that would be a more inclusive way of running the business of the government. On the other hand, e-governance is directed towards that person who is at the bottom of the pyramid, who needs the services. E-governance means he should not be required to move out of his village. He should get his service in an efficient, effective way at a place where he is living, and he should not be made to go and from pillar to post for getting those benefits. So that is where this scheme of things, where you do the business process re-engineering from a state service delivery gateway, the requests come to the departments through a re-engineered process, get decided upon. One of the re-engineering required would be not having to refer the matters to finance, not having to refer the matters to law department. So this consultation process, which is quintessential governance, needs to be re-looked at also. And like my take is that technology is simpler, but making these changes in the domains is a very, very big challenge. And this is where we need to, as a matter of fact, engage ourselves and evolve more suggestions. So this is what is happening. One can't go into further details. I would just try to say what is going to, what should actually be happening in the near future. One is, we talked about, it is engaging citizens through the citizen engagement framework, which to my mind is one of the most important things to be understood, to be handled with care immediately in the business of governance. In respect to technology, while we have set up the infrastructure, it's time when we need to, as a matter of fact, combine, because of the advancement in technology itself. The issue which I had raised in the Government of India was essentially as to why do we have so many data centers across the whole country? Why can't we just have a good, large private cloud of the government? So that is the direction in which Government of India has started moving, shared platform, cloud computing for the government, creating private cloud or private clouds in the government space, developing application stores in the cloud, in the government space, where departments, governments across the country, offices, they can download based on authentication applications which should be ubiquitously available across the country. So there's no need, as a matter of fact, for Gujarat to develop applications and then the same application to be developed in 26 other states, which is happening as of now, because IPR issues are not really resolved to the extent that application once developed becomes the property of the government, and then it can be replicated. But once you have cloud, you can, a private cloud of the government, it's possible that you can develop an application store on which a lot of these rules, laws, and all those again would be on this on this private cloud of the government, and this is going to be happening very soon. So this is a very clear-cut lining I can see on the sky, where in a matter of 5-6 years you would have a private cloud in which the government would really be operating across the country. There would be virtualization across the board. There would be virtualization at all stacks in the data center, the storage, the network, the applications. There would be virtualization of desktops. Hugely, we are looking at virtualization of desktops. Usually, there is no reason why there should be a CPU hanging on every desk. We have, as a matter of fact, created computer laboratories across 17,000 primary schools in the villages, where we have virtualized the desktop in as much as 7 machines, 7 monitors on one CPU, and the other 6 on individual CPUs because they are in different rooms. So these are some of the things which would happen in due course of time, and I think I'll finish here and leave the rest for questions and answers. I think you would like to invite. Thank you very much.